So hello guys, and welcome once again to a new video. In today's video I want to make a follow-up to a dash cam install that I did 2 weeks ago. The OEM style dash cam from Mangoal. So overall feedback, I'm really happy with the camera, both cameras front and back. And since I'm really happy with the experience, I contacted the guys from Mangoal and requested some additional accessories to make the experience fuller. So in this case, in my specific case, for the Hyundai Tucson car, the original packaging came only with the both cameras and with the power cable that connects to the OBD. In my specific case, I really use that OBD for diagnostic. I have a diagnostic tool and I want that port to be free. Therefore, I've requested the guys from Mangoal to send me the cable, the fuse box cables and the GPS antenna. So in this video, I want to show you how to install, how to do the full experience of Mangoal dash cam, OEM dash cam. So in the box I received two separate sets. Here we have the jumper wire, or however you want to call it. As you can see, they give you the wires to connect to the camera. On this side, let me change the camera angle. So on this side we have the mating connector for the camera, so powering the camera, and on the other side, at the other end, we have three cables. Yeah, so we have a red cable, a yellow cable, and the black one. Black one is for ground. You have this to connect at the chassis. You can find next to the fuse box, you can find the screw that connects to the chassis and screw this there, but I will show you later in the video. And these two cables, yellow is for continuous 12 volts that will power the camera, and the red one is the ACC. The camera will not draw current from the ACC. It will only signal that the contact on your car, or if you press the button to start the car, that now you have started the car and it will start recording. So at this end we have to find our specific plugs. Yeah, so in this case they provided all the existing types of plugs. In my case I have a Hyundai Tucson, and for this Hyundai uses micro 2 fuses. So two of them were provided. Hopefully I can find it here. Yeah, and the other ones I don't need. Yeah, and the connection is fairly simple. Red with red, just plug it like so and put the insulation cover over it. Yeah, it will not break, it will not detach, it's perfectly sealed. And the same for the yellow cable, which will be the 12 volt plug. Again, putting the seal on, and now the cable is complete and ready for our car. Good, so the cable is here. We will go in the car and show you how to install it, but we still have one additional accessory, and this is the GPS antenna. So what this will additionally give us is information related to the location and related to the speed you are traveling with. This is a good thing or a bad thing, you will decide. If you overspeed, it will show on the footage. If you go with your car legally, then you are covered by this information. So you decide if you need this. I want to experience the full experience that the camera provides. So I will also show you how to install this. It's necessary that your camera has the mating connector for this GPS antenna. In case you don't have this, then your camera doesn't support GPS functionality. So now, without further ado, let's go in the car and let me show you how to install it. So now let's start with the installation process. Here we have everything we need. We already addressed the cable, the power cable. Here we have the antenna, and these are the tools that we need in order to make this installation. This is optional. This is a power test screwdriver. It's useful, yeah, to detect which fuse has 12 volts, and this is a 10 millimeter key or wrench in order to connect this negative wire to the car's chassis. So now let's try and remove the A pillar, and the process to remove this is theoretically simple, practically a little bit more complicated. So we need to remove the door seal, and here we need to push a little bit this part over here, and inside here, don't worry, it just snaps. And here we have a hook with two squeezable parts. So you have to squeeze your thumbs there and squeeze both of them at the same time. Of course, there is a special, don't worry about this microphone, we'll put it aside. Yeah, so maybe you can see there are two tabs that you need to push them together. As I was saying, of course there is a tool for this, but I don't have that tool, so I need to do it by hand. This is more complicated with one hand, but you get the idea. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, now we have this removed. As you can see, there are two squeezable tabs here, and then it will be removed from that hole there, and then you only have to pull it towards you, and this is how to remove the A pillar. So I wanted to do this in order to route the cable underneath the airbag. You see here the airbag. Don't put the cable in front of the airbag, but put it behind the airbag, and then we can route it all the way down here from the camera itself, yeah, which is right over here. So now we have everything prepared. Here is the GPS antenna cable, and here is the power connector from the camera, goes through here and then comes out here, and we can connect everything and route everything all the way through here. And I will put the GPS antenna right there. Yeah, in the instruction manual they say put it on the dashboard. I want my dashboard to be completely clean, that's why I don't want to put it there. I will put it over there where it is hidden, and it's perfectly fine, working perfectly fine, has a right angle to the GPS satellites, so no problem. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Let's start and install. First of all, the GPS antenna. Here it's simple. We have the connector, and on the connector you have an arrow, and on this other connector you have an arrow, so you have to put the two arrows head to head, and it will click in place. And now you know that all the connectors are connected, or the pins in the connector are connected correctly. And now we only have to tuck in everything under the headliner and go with this all the way through here. And peel off this adhesive tape like so. Okay, and we will connect or put the GPS antenna right over there. This way will not obstruct anything, and we will have the connection. Now we only need to put all the cable nicely here. We will use the same wire. We have enough space over here to put it. Be sure to put it behind the airbag. Yeah, and now we have to address this other cable, which is the power cable. And here we have the connector connecting nicely here. Let's see if there is, so you can judge it's yellow to yellow, red to red, and black to black. So it's fine, looks okay. And then we need to tuck in the same the cable as we did it with the GPS one. And now here we have to be sure that we route the cable underneath the airbag. Like so. And now we can install back the A pillar. So be sure this this connector over there goes directly into that hole. So in my case now the cables are obstructing that hole, but no problem, we can route them nicely like so, and the cable will come out here. And we put the two tabs back in their holes, and now everything should connect nicely. And now we have everything nicely put here. Now we route back the door seal. All the cables should go there. Be sure the door seal, it's flat with the chassis, otherwise you will have some water going to the car, and you don't want that. Good, so let me show you how to do the connections in the fuse box. So down here is the fuse box. You need a ground screw. You see here I already connected the ground wire. This is for what you need this key for, to unscrew it and connect it firmly. Yeah, and now we have to connect these two fuses. Yeah, as I was saying, yellow is permanent 12 volts, red is ignition. Yeah, so you will get power only when the ignition is on. Yeah, so for this we need to identify two of the fuses, that one is permanently 12 volts and the other one is only when the ignition is on. Yeah, you can do this with the fuse box legend, or how to call it. Yeah, so now we need to inspect. We know that the power outlet is on only when the ignition is on, so there we need to identify which is the power outlet fuse, and there we will connect the red wire. And the yellow wire, we need to identify something that it's always 12 volts. Make sure it's nothing essential like car ECU or airbag fuse. Don't touch that. Inspect something, connect over something that it's not permanently essential for your car. And this is what this tool is needed. Yeah, this needs to be connected to the chassis. Yeah, so ground, we know already that this is ground, so we need to relate to this one. It's really difficult to do it by one hand, so this is connected there. And now with this has a lamp inside, and we can poke different fuses, and we should get an LED light. So let me inspect the legend here, and then we will see. Okay, so I have identified two fuses. One is the door locking system, which is permanently powered. This is this fuse. This is for permanent 12 volts. And the second one, which is only drawing current when or providing 12 volts when the car is ignition on. It's the power outlet, as I said, the power outlet. So these are the two. I removed already. One is over here and one is over here. I removed already, so let me show you. Yeah, so here now ignition is off. We should have 12 volts. Yeah, so it's powering on. And the second one here, this is nothing. So let me put the key. Ignition, and yeah. So we now have everything nicely connected. 12 volts permanent, ACC connected over here. Now let's test if the camera will start at the ignition. And you can hear the chime. I take one look at you, you're taking me. Yeah, everything start recording. So yeah guys, this is how to install it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Bye bye.